Dana didn't. I don't know if he responded. He definitely seen that. He definitely seen that.
Jake, want to give you a chance, man, to respond to those rumors. Dillian Dennis talked about it. Clarissa Shields talked about it. There being like a no knockout clause in the Tyrone Woodley fight. Just want to give you a chance to clear the air on that.
It's look, it's a bunch of losers trying to make shit up to get into headlines and to get reporters like yourself to ask them about that exact question and put their name into the mix so that they can get a little bit of clout. You know, having a no knockout clause in a contract, I've never heard of that. And first of all, it's highly illegal. I would be in jail. You know, that's like rigging a fight. I would literally be in prison if that actually were a real thing. So it's all nonsense. It's all bullshit. And they got exactly what they wanted out of it, which is for people to mention their name.
Jake, what would it take for you to end your feud with Dana?
Man, I think Jake Paul versus Dana White. We got to settle it in the ring or in Vegas. You know, I don't know where he's at, but at some point...
He's in New York for that card tonight.
Well, at some point, we're going to run into each other. It's just bound to happen, and we can settle it there.
Would you ever get an octagon?
Yeah, I mean, sure, why not? Why not? You know, a couple years ago, if you asked me, yo, would you be the highest paid boxer in the world behind Canelo? I would say, man, that sounds crazy, but it's definitely possible. If you say, yo, will you get in the octagon? I'd say, yeah, that sounds crazy, but it's definitely possible.
You making more than Wilder and Fury made for that fight?
Say it again?
You making more than Wilder and Fury made for that fight?
Yeah, for sure. This year, 100%.
Jake, have you got Hasbulla coming in your corner in the team?
Yeah, it's confirmed. Hasbulla is going to be in the corner helping with training camp. I had to bring in a lethal weapon. It's Hasbulla versus Tyson Fury. We will see who the better coach is.
Face off between Tyson and Hasbulla?
Yeah. We're going to need to get Hasbulla a stool, but it's going to be a good one.
Jake, any truth to the rumors about your brother and Mike Tyson? What can you tell us about it?
Any truth to the rumors about Logan Paul versus Mike Tyson?
We'll see. I'm makes you think you can beat Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson's too old, no? He's too old, no?
Yeah, he's old.
He's only 56. So what happens if I beat Mike Tyson? I beat up an old man? That's not cool.
It's not cool. But you kind of already did beat up an old man with Mayweather.
Mike Tyson's an older man.
He's still in shape, Jake. I seen him yesterday. He's still in some shape.
No, I know. He's very strong. Yeah, he's girthy. That's what I'm saying.
Who's the name?
Why am I saying low key so much?
Low key.
Jake, who's the name at the Tommy that you want?
Say it again?
Who's the name at the Tommy that you want?
Who's the name other than Tommy?
After Tommy.
Oh, shit. I mean, bro, there's a full list. Well, I mean, we'll see. It's back to the drawing board always.
Did you fight anybody with a belt?
Yeah. Would I fight Mayweather?
Did you fight anybody with a belt?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think that's good. I think that's bound to happen eventually.
His business with Tyron Woodley done. He got the tattoo. He said he wanted to rematch. Have you talked to him since all that?
I haven't spoke to him. You know, rumor is that the tattoo's not real. You know, there was never really anything that proved that it was real. It was just like a picture of his hand, and he did it like a month later after he was desperate. He was in my DMs asking me to take the fight. I'm like, yo, you should have got the tattoo the night of the fight. This lost momentum, and we've already moved on to Tommy. Sorry.
You don't think it ever happens again?
Nah. You know, I would like to. You know, if we fought again, I know I would do a lot better. I didn't perform my best that night. I had a hyperextended elbow. My legs were like feeling weird, feeling shaky. So if we fought again, I would finish him 100%. But it's most likely never gonna happen.
Jack, how big a deal to get somebody called McGregor? You mentioned him before. You even started knocking people out.
Yeah.
You got more experience. How big a deal to you? Y'all about the same size. He's only a little bit older than you.
Yeah, no, it's very real. It's very real. I think that fight happens in the next 48 months, 36 months for sure. It makes financial sense. I don't have a message for Conor. You know, at this point, he needs me more than I need him. He's a fucking loser. He's a drunk motherfucker running around with his bullshit, cheating on his wife, doing all this crazy shit. So, you know, the guy's a mess. You know, he hasn't won in 4 years or something. So, like I said, he needs me more than I need him.
Jake, what made Tommy's career so far?
Say it again?
What made Tommy's career so far?
what have I made of Tommy's career so far? I'll answer that question by saying I've made Tommy's career so far. No one knew or talked about this guy. No one even knew Tyson Fury had a little brother. Like, I was like, wait a second. Tyson Fury took a shit and he has a little brother that little popped out? Like, where did he come from? As soon as he started talking about me and calling me out and saying all this stuff, that's when Tommy Fury's Google searches started spiking. It's literally an actual numerical fact that as soon as Tommy started talking about me, his trending went 10 times more, his engagement went more. So I basically made his career, and there's nothing wrong with that. Anyone who fights me becomes famous. Anyone who fights me gets a payday. They become rich. So that's just the level this has gotten to, and he hasn't done anything to impress me. That's why I don't have any respect for him. He's riding his brother's coattails. He's fought a bunch of losers, and December 18th, people are gonna see him get exposed.
Are you gonna go toe to toe and stand in front of him? Or you gonna box him like you did Tyson?
I'm gonna go toe to toe, come at him and knock him out. You know, the guy can't take a punch.
What about his power? You think he has power?
He don't got power. He don't got power. He fought my sparring partner Anthony Taylor. Anthony was like, he's got soft hands. You know, Tommy has good combinations. He's got fast hands, but he doesn't have power. He can't fight coming backwards. He's rigid. He doesn't have head movement. So we're gonna take away all the things that he does good and expose him. He doesn't have a chin. He's never been hit by someone his own size. He's fighting smaller guys who have barely won any fights.
You know, Kamaru Usman wants to fight Canelo, but you fight Kamaru Usman, so he has a name and a belt in the UFC.
Usman called you out, bro.
Yeah, Usman started this whole thing on an interview somewhere where he was saying he wanted to fight me, and I was like, let's do it, let's run it, no problem. Get your boss Dana, get your dad, and see if your dad will let you out of your contract to fight me. Again, I'm not scared of anybody. I will fight anybody. I am a better striker than 99.9% of the people in the UFC. Maybe some of the heavyweights could sit in there and spar with me, but that's about it. And people think I'm crazy, but look, I'm gonna prove everyone wrong, and they'll come back to this interview years later and say, damn, this kid knew what the fuck he was talking about.
Do you think Usman beats Kobe again? You know, just curious, because I know
Yeah, I mean, I think Usman beats Kobe. Usman's definitely dominant in the UFC right now, especially at 170. But people forget, you know, I'm 190. He's gonna come up and weight and fight someone his real own size. In a boxing match, I'd beat Kamaru Usman easy, no problem.
Finish him.
No problem. No problem, bro.
That's it. We're done.
Prediction for the Canelo fight. Man, I want Caleb to win. I'm rooting for Caleb. He's one of my favorite fighters. I think it's gonna be a decision, and it's really a swing fight for me. I think it's based on how the judges score it. I think, you know, the judges are gonna want to favor Canelo because he's Canelo. So Caleb's gonna have to go in there and really beat the champion. It's gonna be a close one.
You and Canelo are sharing Showtime. You've been planting the seeds for a while that you would like to fight with him. Have you guys ever had a conversation? Have you met each other?
I've never talked to Canelo, never met him. You know, he said on a couple of interviews that he would do it. He hasn't denied the idea, and I think it's a massive fight for sure. I see that in the cards in the near future. Right now I'm focusing December 18th on Tommy Fury, but I would love to fight Canelo, 100%.
That's it, guys. Come on. Thank you.
Thank you.